Y'all, I'm gonna make another video about this again. I'm about to walk out the door, and Chucky Hunter goes somewhere while I'm getting ready, which he appears to know when I'm getting ready. I believe there's some kind of camera in the house that he has access to. There's something there because he's just repeated behavior over time of different things shows me that he knows what I'm doing in my house. So what he does is he'll leave when I'm getting ready, and then when I'm about to walk out in the car, he comes running back and drives right by while I'm getting in the car because he's stalking me. He's an evil, wicked man, and I don't have anything to do with him, and so he acts out like some 2-year-old to try to get my attention. He's got a wife in the house, but if I don't miss my guess, this man has a steady diet of porn. Um, Men look at women like me differently. And even though they're married, they look at somebody like me and think, oh, I might could have sex with her sometime. That's how men think. And I know because I've listened to a lot of self help psychologists and they explain the differences between men and women. And some of these psychotic men that are delusional just think, oh, maybe I can have sex with her. Well, you know what? I'd have to be dead. You'd have to rape me. And what you do when you pull up here, you know, you go somewhere today and you've done this before and you come back right as I'm getting in the car. So this is what you did today. You blocked the road when I was about to back out and start the car up and back out. You blocked my driveway. Hey, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? And I was like, oh my gosh, should I just get in the car, lock the door, and call the police? Or um, shall I try to talk to this man? Because I'm sure the police said, well, have you talked to her? Because they don't know the situation. They don't know that we don't need to be talking because he's a maniac. He's trying to find a reason to talk to me. And so when 10 people accosted me out in the road 2 weeks ago at 10:30 at night and he was involved in it, um, blocked the road and then called the police on me and convinced them that I was blocking the road when I wasn't. Um, I came around the corner down at the bottom of the hill, and this woman that is, she's a lesbian, and she's the sister of the lesbian down the street, which is neither here nor there. I don't care if you're a lesbian or not. I don't care. Whatever you want to do is between you and God. Or it's between you and whatever power you answer to. I don't care how you live. But if you harass me, it's about you harassing me and not about you being a lesbian. But, you flaunt it, so I'm just saying, you're a lesbian. And she parked across the street here from my house, my driveway. And when I came up the hill, somebody was sitting there with their bright lights on, and I'm thinking, I'm like a deer in the headlights. I stopped, I froze. I was like, who's in front of my house? Why are they in front of my house? What's their motive? What are they up to? Are they up to something sinister or what? Are they about to ambush me or what? And yes, they did. So I said on my phone in my house that I was going to go to an attorney. I was going to go to here. I was going to go there. I was going to go to government authorities. I was going to go to the police department, which I did that night. But so guess what Chucky's been doing all week? He goes to an attorney, he goes to the police, he goes to the commission, and he sits here and yells at, I'm being nice, I'm going to be nice, and then he starts in. I went to an attorney, I went to the police, I went to the commission, and I can't do anything about anything that you're doing. I can't do anything about that light. I have a light right here on this privacy fence that hits my car and lights up where I can walk. I can see to walk. I can't do anything about it, so I bought me a 10,000 watt light and I'm going to put it up. I'm going to light your whole yard up. I said, well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Because I feel like light is a deterrent to crime. And why would you not want light shining on your house and on your cars? when there's strange people walking around and, things like that going on. So, and we had break-ins around here before you ever moved here, on the other street and all. That's why I got cameras and all. It's because we had break-ins down at Jen's house before she moved in, previous renter. And people around the corner got broke into, a couple of houses. So, why would you not want light? It's because you are the criminal activity. You want to sneak around in my yard at night and throw stuff in my yard, and you and Randy Davis, and you're just not wanting to be seen. You're hoping that you won't be seen. So the light, you have a more probability of being seen, and you don't like that. So it ticks you off because you can't sneak around like you want to. And so I tell him that light is for my safety. And see, whenever he says, I'm going to be nice, you know that he's fixing to cuss you out as soon as you disagree with him. But because that's the kind of sociopathic, psychopathic narcissist that he is. And so what he did was he says, I'm remodeling my living room, and I've taken those blackout curtains down, and I'm going to put something lighter up there. Why would you do that? All that's going to do is raise your power bill. Your curtains actually help you to keep your power bill down, you Einstein. He did it so that he could pick a fight over the light coming in his living room now that he's got thinner curtains up there. That's just so dumb. He did the whole thing just so he could go down and make some kind of complaint, because he knew I was, so he had to find something so that he could make a complaint. He had to retaliate. He had to get one step ahead of me, because he's eavesdropping in my house. You're a reprobate, Chucky Hunter. You are a reprobate. And so I get out of the car and I go, after he pulls away and pulls in his driveway, I come over here and I, talk to him. Hey, if you're in your house, why would you be upset about the light shining on your house? Because it's shining in my window. And if you came here blankety blank out here at night, you'd see it yourself. And I did. And no, it's not shining in your window unless you have your curtains up and your blinds open. You're dumb. And so, he just like he made a fight out of the street light and turned it off because he wanted to be able to sneak around my yard. The light keeps him from being able to, it's more likely that he's going to be seen in that light. He don't like that, because he's a sneaky criminal. And I'll tell you something, Chucky, you belong in prison. You're just as much as a felon as any person in prison, and you deserve to be in prison and have about 15 men beat your tail every day. Just beat the fire out of you. That's what you need, is a good rear end beating. That's what you need. You need somebody to slap your jaws. You pick on a woman because you know a man would beat the fire out of you. So, this is what he did. He pulls up here and blocks my driveway and starts in. So watch this. He's a maniac from hell. And I'm going to tell you something, Chucky. You're going to hell. You told me, I'm going to hell, but you got the key. No, I'm sorry. You had the key a long time before you ever moved here. You only been here a year and a half, and you're 75 years old. You had the key to hell a long time before you met me, Buster Brown. So I come out and I'm looking at this plant that I've got, and you were on your way to hell. You ain't going to be able to stand before God and blame me, Buster. Nobody is going to be able to stand before God and blame somebody else. Point the finger at somebody else. It's going to be on you because you went to hell, because you chose to go to hell. You made choices that put you in hell. So I'm getting in my car, and here comes the devil. He's sitting somewhere looking on his phone at some device that has a camera on me, and he knows that I got in my car, that I walked out. So here he goes. Starts in, runs his mouth, and I started to just shut the door and call the police, and I should have, because he's not worth talking to. You can't, listen, you can't reason with somebody that as soon as they get mad because you don't agree with them, they start cussing you, F you B, go to hell B, meh, 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 because you just want to control the conversation, and you don't have the social skills and the language skills to not use words like that, and use your words like a big boy. Use your words, big boy. Come on, little boy, use your words. Use your big boy words. But all the words you know is like, go to hell, B. Oh, you D-I-M-N-O-B-I-T-C-I flip birds, because you don't have any vocabulary skills. You don't know how to talk to nobody. That's why nobody can talk to you. You're a narcissist, and you got to shut down any conversation by screaming and pitching a fit. You were out there shaking over a light that was shining on your house. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, you're not, because you're that messed up in your head. You're an old pervert, and you just can't stand it because I ain't paying you no attention, so you got to find some way to start some kind of fight. You're a messed up, screwed up maniac. You act just like the meth dealer did. You have to be doing some kind of drugs that is causing you to act so erratic. Well, the Bible calls you a bastard, not a son. I went over there and asked him that question, and then he really broke down and started cursing me. You know, you can't talk to him. You cannot talk to this man, because he's going to just pitch a fit and just scream over you. And see, his daughters were out of town this weekend, and that's why he showed his butt. Around them, he's the victim. Oh, she's being mean to me. Oh, he's crying to them. And they think, just like when he calls the police, he stops cussing. He's not cussing. Well, it's her, it's her, it's her. She did this and she did that. And it's all him. All him. Stole stuff out of my yard, tore stuff up in my ditch, was coming over in my yard at night, and it's all you. You are psychotic. You need to be on medication. You need to get some therapy. You need some medication. You were shaking over a light shining on the side of your house. And for 50 years, she had a light out there on the top of that garage that lit up her whole driveway, and she had the street light. You are crazy.